What up? What up? What up? Yes, sir. We could do a late night stream, man. I woke up like 10 o'clock. Got something to eat, man. Could not do the whole damn freaking 24 hours, man. That shit was a lot. But yeah, we're just gonna chill tonight, man. We're just gonna chill, watch some ghost hunters, watch some ghost hunting videos. Not really do much, man. I got a new game I'm about to start streaming also. It's not new. It came out 2021, I think. But yeah, told you I was gonna do these Resident Evil streams. I really want to play some more Resident Evil. So I got Biohazard downloading right now. Got the gold edition. I'm excited to start streaming that. It's just gonna be fun. That shit's gonna be super, super fun, my friend. But yeah, man. I saw this video from Ghost Theory on YouTube. I was like, man, I didn't even watch the whole thing, but it looked very interesting. So I think we're just gonna chill, watch that, talk, stream on the just chatting thing on Twitch, on the just chatting category. Yeah, not really do much, man. So with that being said, let's watch and see what they got going on here.
What even the hell makes a sound that loud? That isn't something living. We're going to leave cameras all throughout the house, and we're going to leave. Yeah, we have been hearing all sorts since we've been here. Look at the camera. Camera.
Video's well put
Hello
together.
and welcome to another episode of Ghost Theory. We have come to an amazing time capsule location. We have been here a while waiting for it to get dark, listening out for some sounds, getting some cinematics and setting up some equipment.
First of all, as ever, let's have a look around. This place literally has everything left behind it. The guy who lived here, I think, must have died a couple of years ago, possibly even in this house. We don't know for 100% fact, but all the stuff is still here as if they still live here. But he certainly doesn't, which we'll be able to show why when we get to the other side of the house.
Okay.
First things first, there is power. It's just the most ridiculous thing, isn't it, when you find an abandoned house? Who's paying for the power? This was this is a funny room because it looks like it was a kid's room, but also it's got an old man's hat on there. But it's almost like this is stuff from his childhood.
Benjamin Button. He was old but young.
Yeah. Might find out his name was Benjamin as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Hell
tax
yeah,
disc
Tina.
from a car
So do I.
from 2008.
I like these scary,
But it's like I say, it's got like kind of
scary
old
videos, scary
children's
games,
toys. And
horror
it's actually
games.
a remote control tank.
That's what I'm interested
That'd be
in.
amazing if that still worked. And what year is that from? They actually made it out of metal as well.
Appreciate the
Wow.
follow
I
also.
mean, that shows how old
Thank
that is. These books look like they've been set up for urban exploring, but what's in here? Or is that the lid for that? Yeah. It's not an abandoned house without a Singer sewing machine, is it?
No. We get them in so many.
Cover that up. There's some stuff over there as well. Lots of baby pictures, like old baby pictures. Well, as in, the pictures are of babies that are now old pictures, not old babies.
Benjamin Button comes to mind. It's definitely Benjamin Button here.
I'm gonna turn this off.
If we go into here, this is a creepy ass corridor connecting all the rooms. It is a bungalow. You can see that there are a shitload of cobwebs and all the wallpaper is peeling. So this has not been sort of looked after for a very long time.
I haven't looked at the bathroom.
Well-
We got told off in the last episode for looking in the bathroom, so
Okay, well there's the bathroom. I won't show you the toilet.
I'm gonna show it anyway. Just to protest. Look, I'm gonna get all 3 cameras on it. There we go.
I like that camera.
Oh wow. That is creepy. I mean, clearly the main bedroom before the gentleman was moved into the living room for care.
Yeah.
Oh look, I mean, old trunks. You've got these pictures as well. They actually seem very religious, and on that one especially. I wonder if there's one behind it that... Yeah, okay. So I wonder if they were religious.
Yeah. What's that noise? Other than the M42 out there. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really hear nothing.
It actually sounds like someone's in that room. What the hell? I mean, there isn't. Should we just look in here now? We're in here. And again, more signs of an older person living here. I mean, they didn't even get to put the washing up away. It's just unbelievable. Still got washing in the washing machine. They didn't even get time to take the washing out. It's just insane.
Yeah.
Still sugar in the bowl. It actually looks like they were about to make a cup of tea and something happened. Well, they got like the tea and the coffee or whatever out.
Yeah.
Spoon inside here, but nothing inside it. The sugar's open and everything. It literally is as if someone's just started to make a cup of tea and then that was it.
Felt bad and...
Yeah. What an absolutely amazing place. Oh wow, look at all these photos too. So we've actually figured that this guy would have been a farmer. They actually had their own business.
Yeah.
It was his name, surname, which we won't say, and Sons.
Yeah.
So, but these are actually pictures of the house, look. I presume these are their old cars and tractors and things. That's amazing. Oh my word. Look at that. That's him, stood here.
Wow.
Just where I can hear the noise as well. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
It is the guy. The house has barely changed.
It hasn't, has it?
Isn't that just an amazing image? Do you know, the room we're about to go in, I think actually has the Polaroid camera that these were taken with.
Wow.
I think it's in there.
Oh yeah. Right there, set up on the table. I wonder if it still works. Again, more photos of them at the property as well. They cared a lot for this place. Now, main living room. And I've got a feeling that was definitely the deathbed. You can't tell. It's just a feeling. But it's set up the way, you know.
We obviously can never know for sure if someone actually died here. Because it might have been a case of that something happened and they were rushed off to hospital really fast.
Yeah.
It might not have actually been here, but the fact that everything is still left like this makes you think that there wasn't a family. So the only people that would have been caring here would have been carers, but we might find something here actually which has to do with the carers.
Yeah.
And it might be the fact that we might find that he refused care and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And maybe didn't want people here and he might have wanted to die here alone. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
Some people just, it might have been that his wife also died here.
Dude, I've always
and
wanted to do a ghost
wanted
hunting
to
thing.
die in the same house. It's a brutal subject, but it is just how it happens, isn't it? Do you think that they were his children, or potentially his wife or something?
I don't know, because obviously I think that's definitely newer, the way the photo is developed. I think that could have been his wife.
It could be a wife and child, and that's why they're like this. But then,
Yeah.
if they had a child, then why is this house like this?
Well, there's a picture over there that I've seen of someone graduating. That could be one of the sons.
Well,
because-
there's another child here.
Yeah.
Oh, here, they were married. Or at least together. 50 years together.
Yeah.
At University of West England. So I reckon that was one of the kids.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's interesting. That's the same person, that one and this.
Yeah.
That's the child. And that could be the same person that graduated there. They do look quite similar, actually, yeah.
And then this on their wedding day. Perhaps. Oh, that's the son.
Is it?
I think that's the son, yeah.
So maybe... Well, it's impossible to know. Let's sort of ask.
Yeah, that's a
We
good
can
idea.
try and get questions answered that way. I just want to get a closer look at this, because I find this... It's harrowing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just in You can't explain it, can you? When you walk into a room like this that's abandoned. I mean, it's just, how's just the DVLA stuff just there? Do you know what I mean? It's like, they just, with a click of a finger's just disappeared.
Became non-existent.
Yeah.
Or are they?
Well, I guess that's for us to find out.
That's our question, isn't it?
Yeah. So we were sat down in the living room for maybe an hour to an hour and a half, just waiting for rush hour to go, wait for all the traffic to die down. Then we started hearing some noises, we started recording, and then this happened. Do you want to explain what we're doing?
Like little clicking noises.
Basically, we've been waiting for the traffic to stop, which it doesn't seem to be. But we've been waiting about an hour now. And we're not really set up, but we've just heard some really strange noises.
The traffic is just really annoying. Fuck, I don't like being out here on my own.
There was like a vibration. It was almost metal sounds, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we have been hearing all sorts since we've been here. But then it just started to like ramp up.
that's incredible. Where the fuck did it even come from? Like, the first bit sounded like...
Did you shut that door?
I've not shut any door. I promise you I've not shut any door.
The door was nearly shut. I can't see.
Hello? Are you able to make a noise to communicate with us?
Oh, the traffic is making this so hard. There was a knock in the corner.
Yeah. Can you copy me?
That was in the living room, was it not? Or in the kitchen? I'm actually going to shut this door. Because so much sound comes through there. Maybe not.
This room's fucking creeping me out. Do you think that was in here?
Either that or the kitchen.
I honestly, I don't think anything has changed.
What was the guy's name? Ah, Ronald. His name was Ronald.
Oh.
Or Ron, I think people would have
Ron.
called him.
Ron, are you here with us?
What is that sound?
Wait for some crazy shit to happen.
Can you hear that?
Hmm.
Like little drops. Dropping noise.
Ding, ding, ding. Is it now back in there?
Like water dropping.
Hello? We are calling out to the spirit of the man or the woman who used to live here. I'm getting screaming house vibes.
Yeah, I know, that gives me chills.
Yeah.
If that door now doesn't
Getting
open,
chills.
we're safe. Oh, well, why does it smell so different in here now?
Oh,
Doesn't it?
yeah. Oh, that's musky.
It smells, yeah, it smells like sweat and,
It's
That's
warm.
really odd.
It's warm in here.
yeah. Like, we've been sat in here for a long time as well, and that did not, well, one, it hasn't been caused by us, and two, didn't smell like that earlier.
Okay. So far, we've been getting some really interesting activity. So we thought that we would try something we haven't done in about 11 years.
Right, so this is something we've never done on this channel before. We actually did this about a decade ago when we first started exploring and doing paranormal videos. Now, a lot of people have also asked us to do this in the recent year or two. We're going to leave cameras all throughout the house, and we're going to leave. So we've got one facing this room. We also have another camera facing the kitchen. It's just in the little hatch. We've also got the zoom here, which was very popular in our last investigation, actually. People really like that. It's essentially, hopefully, going to pick up any EVPs that are in this room. And this is obviously by the bed that he potentially died in. We don't know, but that's the reason why that's there. There's also another camera in the room where we think the door may have shut. Don't know what caused it, but if it happens again, we may capture it with that camera. And there's also a camera right down the end of the building, facing throughout the corridor. But it's all to be able to hear, hopefully, any sounds that happen in this building when we're not here.
Yeah. So the idea of this is that our presence may stop any potential activity from happening. If there are spirits there, they might want to just get on with their day. It also stops any noise pollution from us, so we thought it's a really good experiment to do. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to head outside. We're going to probably spend about 40 to an hour outside. So yeah, we're going to leave it all running and let's go.
Yeah, let's just go get frozen to death outside. Yeah. Oh, another thing I wanted to do is we actually just bought this, which is an EMF pump. Makes a slightly irritating sound. How would you turn it on? Oh, there we go. An EMF pump is essentially just designed to pump out some electromagnetic frequencies into the air and essentially give the spirits more energy. We always use K2 meters or sometimes use K2 meters, and that picks up the electromagnetic frequency, which supposedly the spirits can either speak through or that is them as they are that form of energy potentially.
Interesting.
So we thought maybe if we use this and put it in one of the rooms, it can pump out the energy into the room, and then the cameras will pick up on the activity from the energy that gives the spirits. Now, one thing to also point out as well, it's nowhere near the K2 meter. It only pumps out energy maybe 30, 40 centimeters away from it. So it would never ever affect any of the equipment that we've got in the room or the building at the time. I'm gonna leave that in there just in case it was potentially something that moved this door. And then leave that like that so it has the potential to move. Just, you know, even if it's wind.
Okay.
Bro, doing ghost hunters would be fucking dope, man. I need to do a ghost hunting video. I need to find. That's a lot of equipment I gotta get to. I got the cameras, but I don't have no ghost hunting equipment. $21.24. $21.33. What a little thud. I hear a couple thuds. Oh no. Nah, no way, dude. No way it can't just feel like that. Ah, I don't believe it. That camera just fell, man. And before the camera was little thuds.
I am starting to get hypothermic now. I should go back in. Got to be in over an hour, surely.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens.
What's that noise?
The EMF pump.
Oh yeah. Where is that actually?
In here. Or did we just stop everything recording then? Just.
What we could do is call out now. So you can actually see by these shots that the experiment was pretty successful. We did catch some amazing stuff. However, it doesn't mean that everything that we caught was paranormal. Some of it could be explained.
We also have absolutely no idea if the EMF pump actually made any difference.
Oh wait, the camera just fell like
Thinking
that.
back,
Dude,
what we
that's
should
I'm
have
saying.
done is
That's
did an
what I'm
hour
saying.
with the EMF pump and then an hour without
I
it
don't believe
to
the camera
see
just
if
like
the
that.
activity changes or if any differences in what's happening inside the building. It's just something we can try again in the future.
Overall, we seem to pick up on a lot of banging and movements, and you could even hear a voice that came from the living room, which was also picked up on the Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are there any spirits here who wish to communicate with us?
The fridge is on.
Was it on before?
It must have been.
Could it explain some of the noises, maybe?
That's what I was thinking. But like I don't know, the Big Bang is that like
No.
fridges?
Yeah. Or ice. Maybe it's ice falling. Or,
Well, no, it's like a fucking iceberg.
yeah.
What was the name?
Ron. Ron, are you here?
Was there just knocking noises in that room? It was just boom, deeper. In here, I'm sure, certain of it. Wasn't me, because it's concrete floor. There's noises. It's that I'm going mad.
Oh my god.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Ron, is
Always
that
tired.
you?
Yeah, we're just watching some ghost hunters, man. Just doing a little slight stream, late night stream. Might get on some DVD, run a couple games.
What was that? It sounds like. What?
I'm not fucking moving.
What do you mean you're not moving?
Look at the camera. Camera.
Oh fuck.
It fucking fell.
But they just picked it out here.
Fuck off. Is it okay?
Let that shit
Still
fall.
recording.
Just now finding out.
Should we play it back?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm thinking about doing a ghost hunting video, bro. That'd be so dope. I need to get some ghost hunting equipment, bro.
Right, okay, let's just show what that was on. Right, it's not exactly the steadiest thing on earth. Okay, but that's been in here for an hour. What we heard in the living room, we actually thought was the sound of the camera falling off the door. Obviously, we didn't put that together at the time because it was only once we saw it on the floor did we put the sound and that together. But it was actually only during the edit where we realised that the camera had actually fallen off way before and during the time that we were outside.
So the camera was quite stable on the handle, but it wasn't the most stable it could have been, so there is a possibility that it did just slide off over time.
Believe it or not, we actually had no idea that the camera had fallen off while we were outside. We come in and we actually look down that corridor, but it is a completely pitch black corridor. The camera only has little infrared lights on it. It was actually the bigger light that we have, which makes it even more miraculous that we didn't see it. But it is literally just these little red dots to us. It obviously, unless you're looking through a night vision camera, you can't see any light coming off it at all. It was only once Elliot looked out down to the end of the corridor after we had heard that sound did he notice that the red lights were on the floor and no longer on the handle. And that's when we kind of put everything together, but we were technically wrong. It didn't happen at that point, it happened before. But even so, the camera falling off is still quite incredible. What was that?
I don't know, but it was right to my left. It sounded like the bed moving. But look at that.
What's that noise?
Looks shook. He looks so shook. Nah, he's trained professional. Trained professional.
I'm going to shut this because of the sheer amount of noises coming through there. Record on that. Do you know, I haven't noticed the car.
I like those cameras, dude.
It's like the whole
nice.
time was just like in silence.
Are you here with us now?
Let me get some drink.
I need my camera. Can you use your voice?
I'm going to go turn my torch off just in case. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to turn my torch off.
We say it every time.
I'm not saying this, people, but I am turning my torch off. Just in case. Because there's some weird noises.
The noise. Okay, the reason why we're now saying that there might be people because that just sounded like car doors on the outside.
Let's just stay here in this room.
If there's a spirit with us, we ask you to make contact just why we are here in this house.
Make some contact.
We've come searching for answers about life after death.
Can you touch the black device that we've left on your table?
So I really enjoyed this investigation, and it's one of my favourites for a long time. A lot of it is very weird. It can be explained, but I think it's kind of that middle ground type of investigation, because it's weird, things are happening. Can it be explained? We're a bit mixed in the middle, because a lot of it can, perhaps a lot of it can't, especially at the beginning when we were startled by very loud noises coming from the kitchen.
I think in terms of urban exploring, this has got to be one of the best locations we've done. It's incredibly harrowing, a really upsetting location. There's clearly been lots of misery in that house, but before that was a really nice, happy, loving home when you look through some of the photos. Now, in terms of paranormal, I think the vast majority of the sounds can be explained by the fact that there are potentially rats in the loft. I think one of the sounds that we heard when we were in the corridor and I jumped, I think that was just a rat in the loft. And then you've got the sound of the fridge making lots of noises. That fridge has been on for years with no maintenance. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think when you just combine everything together, there's a high potential for some of it to be paranormal, but I think actually a lot of it can be explained just through the random appliances and creatures living within the house.
What's this?
Throughout.
What was the most terrifying ghost stories? Ultimate collection. Wow, that'd be cool. See what they got here. Hit the subscribe button. True Lives. See what they got.
Throughout history, every culture and age has told stories of hauntings, visitations from beyond the grave. Whatever your beliefs, what cannot be denied is that the living are outnumbered by the dead. The tales you're about to witness are created from first-hand accounts. They portray the experiences of people who had no more reason to believe in ghosts than you. Is it possible that beyond our understanding, there exists a darker world? Hidden away in the desolate valleys of rural Wales is the Skirrid Inn. Situated on an old coaching road, for centuries the pub served lonely travellers. Although now a respectable public house, some believe it holds echoes of a sinister past.
Me and my wife decided we wanted to go and stay somewhere. And we thought, well, why don't we come to Skirrid? We like old buildings anyway. I was sat down and I just wanted to take a drink. And as I put my hand to my mouth, I felt this phenomenal pain in my stomach. And I started seeing visions, if you like, flashbacks. I was actually hanging. And I remember seeing my feet kicking back and forth. But it wasn't my body, yet it felt like me. I could see people's hands all red, full of blood. Bits were being pulled out of me. I was temporarily possessed.
Damn. That's serious right there.
Perhaps it was a past life. Perhaps I was that spirit.
Simon Kerwood quickly came to believe he wasn't alone. Numerous staff and visitors to the pub had complained of similar experiences.
It was around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was laying some cutlery. So I carried on laying up my knives and forks. It was almost like a lion's roar in my ear. It was terrifying. I don't like to generally go in there on my own anymore. Like, it's got to the point where even at night time, the lights are on in there because I don't like to look in there in the dark.
So in the pub, sat downstairs by the main fireplace. We were all sat around laughing, joking, talking. But there was a very clear presence standing just behind my right shoulder. I felt very clearly that this was a woman, and I actually heard her say her name. The name that she said to me was Fanny. Very unnerved, very scared. Fanny.
Women were now coming forward on a regular basis, with tales of a frightening female presence. That was said to strike without warning. As one guest reported when staying at the inn.
She was really distressed, absolutely hysterical. She'd left and she was still wet. Her hair was wet.
Cool.
But she did said, she's trying to hold me down. She's trying to hold me down.
We were quite concerned and I wanted some answers. A couple walked in one summer's afternoon saying that they were trying to trace their family tree, and that had I heard of a Henry Price that was the landlord of the inn during the mid-18th century. I said that I hadn't, and they said that they had a death certificate of his wife. She was aged 32 and she died of consumption. Her name was Fanny.
Is it possible that the Skirrid Inn is haunted by the ghost of Fanny Price? Some believe that the former landlady wishes to scare staff and visitors away from her old pub. It's a belief that might find substance in the checkered history of the pub itself, which, behind closed doors, doubled as a courthouse. On this site, local villains would be tried, sentenced, and hanged from a beam. All under Fanny's watchful eye.
Fanny Price. Why is she here? Why does she still haunt? My personal belief is that she was the main woman, the only woman capable of keeping an eye on all the goings-on in the Skirrid Inn.
It is particularly frightening when you don't know where or when Fanny's going to appear next. But I suppose I come here to do my job and get along with it, and I suppose if she does make a guest appearance, then next time hopefully I'll be better prepared for it.
Strange ghost stories. Best thing to watch.
Deep in the bleak hills of Snowdonia sits Maze Artro Heritage Museum, a graveyard of decaying wartime relics, derelict bungalows and underground bunkers. This was once part of a busy airbase for Allied pilots during the Second World War. The rotting military paraphernalia is a unique insight into past lives. But for some, it has assumed a far more chilling resonance.
I'd driven down to see my girlfriend Lisa. Me and Lisa went to bed in the small bedroom in the bungalow. There's this guy sort of kneeling at the bottom of the bed. And he'd got a scar down the side of his face. His eyes were really piercing. I sleep with the light on now.
Could the remains of Maze Artro Air Base harbour a dark secret? If so, one building seemed to hold the darkest secret of all.
It's a place of doom.
The feeling of being watched all the time.
Somewhere in the building, the floor is stained with blood. I worked here for 3 years, and I used to work in the restaurant, which is down the bottom of the site. Sometimes we'd help about on site, the odd jobs that need doing, painting, anything, any maintenance work.
19-year-old Carowyn Roberts entered Maze Artro's derelict decontamination chamber out of misguided curiosity.
People have been in there, they've been sick, people have been pushed. They've always felt claustrophobic in there. I was in the middle of the building and we just looked down, there's a corridor bit. It was as if I wasn't meant to be in the building. It was trying to tell me to get out. I felt sick. More than anything, it was fear.
How long you gonna be on street, man?
But
Probably for,
Carolyn
like,
Roberts wasn't the only one to say
maybe,
he'd
like,
experienced
hour
a
and a
chilling
half, 2 hours.
encounter in the
Probably
decontamination
gonna run
chamber.
some DVD here in a minute.
I'm a designer and a
As you
photographer
guys know,
for a
I
living.
fucking
But obviously, as a photographer, you get to go to lots of different.
tried doing a
interesting
24-hour
places.
stream, couldn't make it. Probably
So I was
wasn't
just
the best
having a
idea to
general
do it
wander
straight after
around.
work. Did 16 hours, then fucking knocked out till like 10:30, 11, and now I am up, baby. Watching scary stories. Scary stories told. Shit. But yeah, at least an hour and a half too. Took some melatonin so hopefully I can knock back out. We'll see.
I felt like I was in a place I shouldn't be in. I basically ran out of the building. I was running. It was very definitely a military person. He was coming for me. If I wasn't to come out, something was going to happen to me.
Could the history of the airbase throw any light on the frightening stories surrounding the decontamination chamber? Between 1939 and 1945, there were around 100 crashes at the base. Dozens of them fatal. But one crash in particular sent shockwaves through Mezatro.
It was a Wellington bomber crashed over in the mountains somewhere.
On the 6th of April 1942, 6 Czech airmen took off from the base on a routine flight. Just minutes into the voyage, a crew member radioed through complaining of engine trouble. Seconds later, their RAF Wellington bomber smashed into the surrounding hills. All on board died instantly. As the base mourned the death of their comrades, a dilemma arose. Where should they put the bodies?
When the bomber crashed, they laid the crew out in the decontamination centre. It was ideal for laying people out as a makeshift morgue.
And he got a scar down the side of his face.
I wasn't meant to be in the building. It was trying to tell me to get out.
It was very definitely a military person.
The story is that you could see the marks of their arms and legs where they'd bled onto the concrete of the mortuary floor.